All right, today is full self-driving. There's an update, and my internet is down. Does that mean that full self-driving is not going to work? Minor fixes. 2025.8.7. I need to go to Walmart. Turn that off. Where's my suggested? Nope, it's not there. So Walmart. What's going on? What's going on? Walmart neighborhood. Here we go. Alright, so I was afraid that something might have went on, but it's all good now. So what happened was that I was riding. Let's see if it works. Yeah, I was riding earlier today. Drove quite a bit today. I drove by the Long Beach Grand Prix to the aquarium, and all of a sudden there was a problem with full self-driving on the way back. I grabbed something to eat and I was eating, and this is the first time that when I was eating that full self-driving stopped work. I'm not sure why, and so I had to intervene while I was eating. That was kind of disappointing. I mean, who doesn't like to eat during a freeway drive home in your full self-driving car? Yeah, that is something that you can do. That is something that I've done multiple times, and I don't film it because I usually don't speak with my mouth full. I am decent enough to do that, but this one time full self-driving caught me eating. So are the updates making it worse? This was prior to the updates. Hopefully I can test that again. And right now we're just testing out the updates, and you should know that this wiper thing, I mean, it still goes off. And the other day I encountered an issue while I was freaking out with the car wash and full self-driving. So I went to the car wash again after I figured out how to use it, and well, I figured out how to use it once. On the second time it's still problematic. I tapped on the brakes to get out of the neutral, and I couldn't get out of the neutral mode, and it required like a harder press, and then the second press around, it was just a bit of a disaster because it just wouldn't register. So it just required a harder press at the stop, like, and like near like a full stop before I could switch to driving. And there's cars going on the roller behind me. It was just a little bit of a disaster. People started honking at me. So yeah, updates. Car wash mode, not quite there. And the car wash mode, I couldn't put in the car wash mode because the roller system was so fast that when I put it in neutral, it just started moving me. And as soon as the guy checked my ticket, I don't even have that split second to do it, because usually it would give back my ticket and then I put it to the car wash mode, but the car was already moving before I even got my ticket back. And the reason for that is because you put in the car wash mode, the window rolls up and it can clamp on that person's hand or finger, and you don't want your finger to get lost by the Cybertruck windows that are, I'm not sure if this one's bulletproof, but they are thick. These windows, they are thick. They're thicker than normal cars, and you don't want to test that. All right, so not great so far with the car wash mode, just because I figured it out once. I couldn't get it to replicate again. Alright, so I want to show something. I mean, oh, why am I recording? I can't show something until the car is actually moving. So let's move up a little bit. I'll put it in park and then I'll show real quick. Okay, so Sentry mode. So I was in Long Beach and I got you know, just to show you that, you know, Long Beach, you'd think that you'd get some crazy folks, but you know, it was mostly good. And I believe it was this one, even though I got a lot of modes. People are just like checking it out. But yeah, it was getting a lot of attention in Long Beach because I've never brought this to Long Beach and parked for a prolonged amount of time, and I did. And it was basically all positive. It was great to see. But there was a lot of interactions, as you can see. There was too many, and I was concerned because, you know, Long Beach, it could get rowdy down there. And yeah, everybody was just checking it out, putting their hands on it, looking inside, and other kids were just like, I mean, it doesn't record audio, but they were just like, wow, pointing to this car right next to it and looked so excited. Anyhow, so some news. FSD unsupervised check-in Tesla factory. Right now they're rolling out the FSD unsupervised, where they load the assembly docks, or they load the docks when they're complete, and Fremont is complete, and they do unsupervised check-in there. Giga Texas, and the next is Giga Berlin and Giga Shanghai. So 2 out of 4. It's gonna be good. Unsupervised FSD it's rolling out. It's gonna come. It's gonna be a big deal. And you know, going over what I went on the previous video, the Cybertruck, all-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive, $10,000 difference. I didn't think it's worth it. It's one of these like teaser items that promote the all-wheel drive version, and they're cleverly naming it the the long range version. It does have the longest range, and that's kind of sad for all-wheel drive and beast owners, because I mean, how are the higher tier models have less range and not even like equal? I was thinking, you know, you should get at least equal, but they have less for whatever reason. I know the tonneau cover alone is going to be like a big reduction in the range. I believe it was like 6 miles for the tonneau cover. There's other things they're involved in. Some things I didn't even mention was like the textile seats versus textile seats and trims versus I guess this is leather, whatever it is. Yeah, this helps. I mean, my kids have spilled barbecue sauce all over this car already, and when we wiped it out, it looks sparkling clean. I know my wife has spilled like some oily mess just today, and wiped it out. It looks amazing afterwards. Yeah, so there is some advantage to having this type of seats, even though I don't really care for it. I'm not like a luxury type of individual. Luxury cars is just like it's new to me. And yeah. Yeah, my daughter's freaking out over some whatever stuff. So the other things, and if you're not aware of, there's no longer a electronic tonneau cover. And oh, there you go, the wipers. The wipers are still glitching out. And there's no longer the air suspension. There's no longer the air suspension, the shocks, tonneau cover, and the rear outlet thing, the rear little trunk underneath of the truck bed. Yeah. So I would say that you're giving the most up. You're giving up like way too much, because that, I would say that the tonneau cover is huge. I mean, and some might say that no, the shocks, the air suspension is huge. And both can be right. Those are absolutely huge things from my point of view. I mean, if you're a Cybertruck owner and you don't notice those things, or you don't use those things even, okay, granted, I use a truck like a truck, so that's why the tonneau cover is like so massive for me. If you don't use the truck often, then you probably could do without it. Right? You don't even need the tonneau cover. I don't think it comes, that soft one is optional. Okay, it was going to park there, and I don't want to park there. It's way too small, and right now I have trust issues with the front parking. I did get into a scenario where it tapped on a tree. And however, I am still going to train the system, because the Cybertruck, it needs to learn how to drive really good, and it should be able to do that. And there's a parking here in between some cars. It should be simple enough. Give it plenty of space. Yeah, so the update, it didn't fix the wiper thing. We're still doing that, playing those games with the wipers. And is it gonna hit this car? No, it's good. Should be good. We'll find out what the release notes are. They don't give it to us right away, and it's a shame that they don't. All right. To add a little bit of confusion, this spot is difficult to get out. I want to see if the Cybertruck, how it handles it. It's driving in the parking lot. There are no lanes. It's going in of the parking spot itself just to maneuver around. So this is how the Cybertruck handles no lanes, road construction areas all around. And it just has to figure it out, and it has figured it out. Is it ever gonna get out here? So, is it giving up? No. It's not. It's looking around to see if there's an exit, and there is an exit. Yeah, so Cybertruck full self-driving is kind of amazing. It just figured out there was no lane. There was no turning lane at all. It just drove through the parking lot, passing all those parking spot lines, and just figuring it out. So yeah, Cybertruck, rear-wheel drive, that version. Just going over what I said, I think it's too little, and you're spending that much anyhow, that type of deal. And this update, the wiper went off. I don't really know why there was an update. There's no update release notes. I really wish they had that. And yeah, this update seems inconsequential. And that cyber jail, which I was caught in today, that also seems iffy. So I'll have to test that again in the future. if I'm eating and driving at the same time. Is it detecting that I'm eating? It just freaked out. I was looking straight forward and it freaked out, and it wouldn't just let it go. It would not let it go. I tried to sit straight in my seat and not crouch over towards the center console, and it just would not let go. And yeah, it freaked out. Put me in cyber strike, not cyber jail. And from my understanding, cyber jail ends in 1 weekend. Your numbers reset. However, there's like a stern warning that says like, you're not ever going to get full self-driving ever again. I don't think that's the case. And so we ride along, and I think that's the relevant stuff. And full self-driving still seems perfectly fine. It's mostly amazing. Here we go, and yeah, well, that was a little bit of a sharp turn. And yeah, that's one of the things that's a little bit weak about full self-driving is those sharp turns, and when there's like 4 or 5 lanes that you have to go towards the left to make a quick left turn or something. That is like one of the weaknesses, and it doesn't help that it does these sharp turns, and sometimes you don't have to follow the law to the T. And real human drivers, they would figure that out and just cross all of the lanes, as long as you're not endangering anyone, right? Because this full self-driving is known for like not following the rules, as long as you're not endangering somebody. Like just now, I just didn't follow the rules, so I'm not endangering anybody. And there's a person crossing. Holy. Full self-driving figured it. Wow. I could barely see that person that was crossing myself. That's why I just let it hang, let it do its thing, trust the system. Dude didn't get run over, and we're all good. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share. See you in the next one. Take care.